Hi all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. I'm over here in Perth with Darren, the fish doctor, and he's going to take us through this incredible custom tank that he's built and maintains for his client. All right, as promised, I've got another one of Darren's VIP tank tours. So let's cross over to Darren, who's going to tell us all about this amazing reef tank.
We're here at another one of the custom builds that we built. This one probably going back around about probably 4 or 5 years ago now. This one, again, like all custom builds, it's a little bit unique. It was originally set up as a crayfish tank, or western rock lobster, is exactly what the client was after in this tank. We've since gone away from the western rock lobster because they presented challenges that every coral we put in, by the next day they'd literally just torn it off and the corals were sitting on the bottom. So although the setup with the sump and the big chiller, oversized skimmer and everything else was all originally set up primarily for the crayfish, it's now still perfectly fine to have an oversized setup like that. Works really well and just means that water chemistry wise we're able to keep things well and truly in check without any issues. Being that it was designed as a 4-sided tank with the weir, we had to get the weir centrally placed within the tank so that it was easily able to be hidden away from view but still workable. Although it's central lengthways, when you look at it, we've sort of placed it off centre as well so that it doesn't look like it's too clinical and looking the same in every direction. So it's a nice unique setup with a lot of predatory fish in here as well. So I've got the squirrel, we've got a couple of larger fish. There's the pink-tail trigger, foxface, blue tang, there's a couple of little damsels. So it's quite a unique mix of fish that we've got in here. As well as the corals, there's a lot of the Batavia Coral Farm zoas that are in here. There's a couple of absolutely mammoth specimens of Euphilia ancora, the big hammer there. That reverse piece in the middle is just one of a kind. To try and find a piece that size, you're going to go a long way to try and find that. Again, we were pretty lucky that one of the West Australian collectors picked that piece up and were able to get that on the client's behalf. Again, another huge squamosa clam in this tank. That's trying to get them at that sort of size is pretty far and few between. It's not very easy for the collectors when they're travelling all the way up north to transport a piece like that. So yeah, they're the sort of pieces that when we need and when we've got the demand for them, we've got the suppliers that are able to collect those specifically for us when we need them. Equipment is again similar to the last one that we looked at. We've got the Illumagic style lights, which they're pretty well just a stock standard item for us. Any of the Illumagic lighting, they're reliable, so easy to use and program. So we absolutely swear by them. Have next to no issues with them. Corals absolutely thrive on them. You can see this tank's been set up for a long time. The corals are doing really well. There's a couple of small power heads within the tank. Power heads were a bit of a problem with the crayfish initially because of course they like chewing cables. So we did have a little bit of an issue there. But equipment otherwise down in the sump room, which is separate to the aquarium. Because the aquarium's up on the second level of the house and it's a different location to where the sump is, we had to go for a different pump, and so that we're able to allow for the head height of where we were pumping to. Again, all the plumbing and everything was pre-laid in the slab on this job, going to downstairs. So we've got our overflow with the siphon, emergency line, the supply pump coming back into the tank, and then we've got the drain line which we put in most of our tanks. So again, serviceability wise, makes life a lot easier when you're able to do quick and easy water changes. Pumping the water from the truck back up into the tank means that we can do reasonable sized water changes in short periods of time, and just makes life a lot easier for the customer. Means that we're done a lot quicker. We don't have to run piping and hoses and stuff through the house and through their nice tiles or flooring and that sort of thing. We can keep everything just nicely located to the area that we're working without really making any sort of huge mess. We'd like to try and keep things as clean and tidy within our workspace when we're doing our servicing, and really just keep what we're doing to an absolute minimum as far as distraction within any sort of household or office that we work in.
All right, everyone, that pretty much wraps up the VIP tank tour number 2 from the fish doctor himself, Darren Williams. We've got one more video from Darren, which is to showcase his very own facility that was purpose-built to service all of his customers' requirements, and of course his own fragging area as well. So be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on any of those future videos. I've also got a whole heap more to come from Western Australia, including some store tours and some other people's tanks. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. Till next time, guys, if you have any questions for myself or for Darren, pop it in the comment section down below. Otherwise, guys, just have a great time. Take it easy leading up to Christmas, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Thanks. Bye.